Hello friends, Hattie from Honeybee Stampers here. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to put together this adorable card, or a version of it at least. This is the last week of Celebration. Celebration actually ends on Monday. If you're not familiar with what Celebration is, it's a special time of the Stampin' Up! Year when the catalog, Celebration catalog comes out. Looks like this. This is the cover of it. And inside are all these fantastic things that you can earn for free based on your sales. And so I wanted to share with you guys one last project featuring the host set that's part of Celebration called Calming Camellia. So in order to earn this stamp set for free, you would have to spend $300 either as a personal order, or if you were a host and gathered some friends together and all of your orders totaled 300 or more, you would get the stamp set automatically for free. Well, I know it's not always easy to be able to do that. And this is a stamp set that I think is so beautiful that I want to do a little special for these next couple days. I'm going to give away one of these stamp sets. And the way that you can enter into this drawing is if you, for every $25 that you spend from now until Monday, I will enter your name into a drawing, and whoever wins the drawing will get this stamp set, Calming Camellia, for free. So now remember, it's still Celebration until Monday. So even though the mark is $25, if you get up to $50, then you can choose some free stuff out of here as well as get your name entered twice into the drawing. So you can enter as many times as you'd like. Well, one of the favorite things for me to do is to look through the catalogs and see what are the samples that they've created. So a lot of times the designers at Stampin' Up! Will take the product and they'll create all these gorgeous samples for us to be inspired by. And when you look at this page right here where it introduces the Calming Camellia stamp set, you'll see all these gorgeous samples. And if you caught my February online workshop, I actually created this sample right here, and I have it with me. So I recreated this to show you this really cool technique where you use white ink, the refills, the white refill for the ink pad, and a blender pen. And then you can color and shade to create this beautiful card. And then this is a slimline card, and we have slimline envelopes. So I stamped on that. That's what our slimline envelopes look like. There's actually 3 different colors that they come in. But that's just such a gorgeous card. The other thing that I did was I created this card right here, which is based on that card, but I just made it into one of our regular sizes. And I used a different color. And you can see I did the white ink technique with the blender pen here as well. So one of my other favorite cards that I pointed out during the online workshop is this one. I absolutely love the way that this card looks. And so I kind of worked around with some different measurements to figure out how they did that. And this is the card that I came up with. And I absolutely think it is so beautiful. So I want to show you guys how to put this card together as well, because it is actually very stunning. So the embellishments that I've used on here are from the annual catalog, and they are, let's see here. They're the Artistry Blooms adhesive back sequin, which is this. They are actually a carryover. They're just that popular, and they come in several different colors, as you can see. So what I decided to do was create a color for each one of the sequin. So here is, oopsie, the Coastal Cabana card. Here, oh, that's not Coastal, that's Calypso Coral. This is the Coastal Cabana card, and then this is the Rich Razzleberry card. So as you can see, they are all absolutely stunning. So let's put this card together. I'm actually choosing this card color to show you today. Okay, I have my pieces already prepped for you. You're going to need a piece of cardstock base, and it doesn't matter if your cardstock base looks like this, which is like an 8.5 by a 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You could do it that way. Or you could make it like this. This is just a unique fold here. So this is an 11 by, what is this, 4 1/4, and then it's scored at 5.5. So either way you do it for the card base, it still works out. Okay, so there's that. And then we've got this piece right here. This is another piece of the Coastal Cabana, and the measurements for this are 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. okay? So 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. And what you need to do to create that separated look there is you need to cut it up. So I'm going to grab our paper trimmer here. And what I did was I cut 2 pieces at 3/4. So there's one. Let's do another one. And I'm cutting it so that it's, when I initially start cutting it, it's landscape, okay? And then we're gonna cut this one at 3/4 of an inch. And then we're gonna cut 2 more at 1 inch. Okay. And then let's do one more. Oopsie. Okay, so then what you have left over is 1 1/4 inches. So those are our little pieces there. Wanted to make sure you guys had those measurements in case you wanted to recreate this card. So then the next step for me is to lay them out on my card base so I have an idea as far as spacing goes. So I'm going to put my largest one in the middle, and then I'm going to set the next size up next to it. Okay, just like that. Now that I have an idea of where these are going to go, I'm going to actually adhere them down. But let's see here. I'm going to set this off to the side for a second. And I will come back to this because I forgot I wanted to stamp really quick so that the ink can dry a little bit, because we're going to stamp on vellum. So this is a vellum piece of paper, and it is from the mini catalog. It's on page 33 of the mini catalog, and it's this vellum right here. It's beautiful. They're 12 by 12 sheets of layering vellum, and they have all different kinds of designs. So here's just kind of, I cut them down so that I can manage them a little bit easier, but you can see all the different designs here. I love them. I used them in my recent stamp camp that I did with my friend up in Canada. And so I had plenty of it left over. So we've got one of the vellum pieces here. And then I'm just going to take the Coastal Cabana ink and ink up our stamp. And I'm going to stamp directly onto the vellum. Really easy way to tell if the vellum is right side up is if you look at it, if you turn it over, you can see it's a little bit more frosted on this side and you can't read the words. So that's a good way to be able to tell if the vellum is right side up or not. And then we're going to ink this up and do another stamped image going down this way. Okay. Because it's on vellum, it does take just an extra minute or so to dry. You can see that there. It's so pretty. I'm going to set it to the side, and while I've got the ink pad, well, actually, we're not going to use this ink pad. So this is the color that coordinates with the cardstock. And I cut one of these for the tags, this little tag right here, or this label. So we're going to use Bermuda Bay because it's a little bit of a darker ink, and you want it to really show up. You could do the Coastal Cabana on top of Coastal Cabana if you wanted to, but the Bermuda Bay really makes it pop. So we're going to take this sentiment, which is one of my favorites. Hopefully I can line it up. Okay, that works. And so you can see the sentiment there. We'll set that to the side. Okay, let's bring this back in. So I've laid this on the base of the card, these little strips, and I've kind of spaced them out the way I want them to go. Of course, it's hard to do when you're on film. And then what I do next is I take my dimensionals and I just pick up the middle one and I add a dimensional to the back of it like this. Peel that off. Okay. And then I can lay it down just like so. Okay, and then you continue to do that with each piece. So I think that this stamp set is just one of the prettiest stamp sets they've come out with. They always do a host stamp set, and they're always so much fun. And like I said, I know some people right away when Celebration started, they spent their $300, got all the Celebration product they wanted, and they got this free stamp set. But I know sometimes people can't afford to do that. And so I want to make sure and do just a little drawing to give people an opportunity to possibly win that, especially if you're going to be placing that last minute Celebration order before Celebration ends, which is on Monday. So let's put these on here. Take the backing off, and there we go. I definitely will be doing the same layout in the future on different cards and using different stamp sets for it, because it's just so unique. I love how the vellum sits on top of this card and really makes the spacing kind of pop out. Something also I noticed with this vellum is it's a thicker vellum than our regular vellum that we carry in the catalog. And so when you put adhesive down, you can't really see the adhesive. You know, sometimes you can see right through the vellum and you can see the adhesive sticking out. Well, you don't really have that problem with this one. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're gonna bring in our vellum again, and it is still drying, so you have to be careful when you're messing with it. And let's grab some adhesive. I actually made my layers a little bit crooked, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of adhesive there and there, and center my vellum on top. Okay. And in the actual catalog, they show you and give you a tip about taking the ribbon and coloring it. So I'm going to show you guys that, because there's always all kinds of great tips in the catalogs. So you'll see here that they show you this ribbon right here, which is just white twine, and it's colored. Let me think if, oh, I guess they don't show you in here, but they actually show you on the website. On the demonstrator side, they kind of tell you that that's colored with a Stampin' Blend, I believe. You can also take our white twine, which looks like this, and put some of our re-inkers on it, and you can dye it that way if you wanted to. You can use our Stampin' Blends. I actually decided just to keep it white. And so I'm going to adhere this to the back, and the way that I'm going to do that is with glue dots. So I'll just take a glue dot here and stick that on there. And I'll take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to kind of place it behind. There we go. Grab another glue dot and do the same thing on this end. Just wrap that glue dot around, and then you can sneak it in the back there. There we go. Now it looks like I've wrapped it all the way around, even though I haven't. I'm gonna grab my label with my sentiment on it and add some dimensionals here. I'm just gonna put one in each corner, leave a little space for the twine to flow through in the middle. That'll keep it from being lopsided. And we'll stick that right there. And then how I finished this off is I added a double bow and the embellishments. So to create a double bow, I just take the twine and fold it in half, and then I tie it like I'm tying shoelaces. Just like that. Okay, and you can pull it tight and kind of mess with it a little bit. And then I'll take and cut the ends there. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get this little piece off. Okay, and we'll add this to our card. Sorry about the fire trucks if you guys can hear that. I actually am at my studio right now, and I am right down the street from a fire station, and there's always a fire truck at least once a week going by. There we go. So there's the double bow. And then, oh, my favorite, these little Artistry Blooms embellishments. I like to store my embellishments in these cases. So I'm gonna grab this one. And the cool thing about these Artistry Blooms and embellishments is that they are almost like camouflage. They go so well with so many different colors. It tells you what colors are included, but honestly, it goes so well with a lot of different colors. I could use that blue on a balmy blue. I could use it on Night of Navy and it looks good. So those are just such great embellishments. So there's the card. Let me bring in all of the cards again to show you all these beautiful colors. There's those. And then in the online workshop that I did earlier this month, and that video is here on YouTube if you wanted to check that out, I also created these cards to show you how to make the background. Use the stamp to create a background there. Those were the other two cards. And then I did create some backgrounds. I haven't finished designing these, but completing these cards. But these are the backgrounds that I created earlier in the video. And so I need to finish with a good sentiment, maybe some embellishments. And then here were some just quick and easy cards with our very vanilla note cards and envelopes that you could decorate. So you can make a stack of cards so quickly. And of course, don't forget to decorate your envelope. So there are our beautiful projects. And I just wanted to mention again, I am doing a door prize, not a door prize, but a drawing. I ran out of the letter C, but that's supposed to say Calming Camellia. The host code is 77URHGAD. And if you place an order with me from between now and Monday, for every $25 you place or that you order, you'll be entered into a drawing to win a stamp set, the Calming Camellia. Only way you could get the stamp set is if you spent $300. So just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to get that before celebration ends. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll chat with you all again soon. Bye-bye.